Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a strategic executive briefing on a topic that is absolutely dominating boardrooms right now: safely scaling an autonomous digital workforce. We're moving way beyond the hype of AI as just some simple chat assistant. We're talking about deploying AI that actually executes real business workflows. But, as you'll see, with that immense power comes a massive and frankly often overlooked risk.
We're going to jump right into the core issue plaguing the C-suite today, which is the hidden, massive risk of ungoverned AI. As Bill McDermott hit the nail on the head in our source material, this blind spot is hiding right in plain sight. You know, companies are rushing to implement all this sensational intelligence at scale, and they're entirely focused on worker productivity and innovation. But the catch? What they are completely missing is the orchestration and governance surrounding these models.
So, here's our game plan for this briefing. We'll kick things off with the AI blind spot, then transition into the shift to autonomous action, followed by the enterprise AI control tower. After that, we'll dive into measuring real AI ROI, look at AI specialists as team members, and wrap the whole shebang up with securing the agentic business.
All right, let's jump straight into part one, the AI blind spot. Okay, let's really explore why treating AI just as a clever chat tool leaves your enterprise security and operations completely, and I mean completely, exposed. Because an ungoverned agent acting totally on its own, that is a CEO's absolute worst nightmare. We aren't just talking about an AI drafting a quirky email here. We're talking about agents provisioning system access, processing payroll, or remediating live security incidents. When you deploy these agents with zero identity, no audit trail, and absolutely no compliance posture, the results can literally be devastating.
The reality of this AI chaos is that unmonitored agents can cause catastrophic damage. Think about this. The average enterprise has about 367 different applications. And right now, AI is just being bolted onto every single one of them, like a sidecar, completely ungoverned. It's a total recipe for disaster. Take the powerhouse failure, for example. An ungoverned AI agent acting way out of its scope deleted production databases, customer data, and backups in just 9 seconds. Try explaining that to your board. Actually, scratch that. Let's just make sure you never have to.
Which brings us to section 2, the shift to autonomous action.
To solve all this chaos, we really have to recognize the paradigm shift happening right now, moving from thinking to doing. On one side, we have AI that thinks. These are your probabilistic large language models that create and reason. But remember, they are probabilistic. You ask a question twice, you might get 2 totally different answers. On the flip side, we have workflows that act. These are deterministic, hyper-focused on governed execution and integration. To actually run a business, you need the AI's intelligence, for sure, but you absolutely require the workflow's deterministic ability to execute a secure, predictable action.
Moving right along to section 3, the enterprise AI control tower. This brings us to the ultimate solution for CEOs managing this transition, the enterprise AI control tower. It's a centralized governance framework designed purely for C-suite peace of mind. Think of it as your ultimate command center for managing the entire governance lifecycle. First, it automatically goes out and discovers all models and agents across over 30 systems. Next, it assesses risk and maps compliance against thousands of emerging regulations. And while the AI is running, it's continuously monitoring for drift, hallucinations, and bias. Most importantly, it triggers automatic remediation the very second an agent steps out of line.
But, what happens when an attack actually slips through? Imagine a prompt injection tricks your pricing agent into ignoring all the rules, setting shipping to $1, and then hiding the audit logs. Every minute that agent is active, the blast radius just keeps growing, poisoning fulfillment, billing, revenue, you name it. This is exactly why the control tower includes the kill switch. It's this ultimate executive mandate that lets you instantly sever permissions mid-action, stop the bleeding right there, and immediately generate a priority security incident with a full, untouchable audit trail.
All right, let's pivot to section 4, measuring real AI ROI.
Now, let's talk about the board's absolute favorite metric, measurable return on investment. According to our sources, 95% of enterprises today cannot actually prove the financial value of their AI investments. They're just guessing. But a comprehensive control tower totally changes the game. The system traces every single consumed token, tracks the exact number of employee hours saved through these agentic workflows, and then cross-references that with average hourly rates pulled directly from your HR data.
So by multiplying those automated workflow hours by the hourly rates, CFOs can extract hard, undeniable financial returns. Instead of just guessing at vague productivity bumps, they can confidently report massive concrete gains, like, say, $250 million in verifiable cost savings, directly to the board. And it's all tracked securely in real time, meaning leaders can slice and dice the data without even needing to call up a data analyst.
Next up, Section 5, AI specialists as team members.
Here is a huge shift in mindset. We are no longer just buying software, we are literally hiring digital talent. An AI specialist is an autonomous digital team member modeled after a very specific, defined business role, like a Tier 1 IT service desk agent or a customer service case manager. They don't just sit around waiting for human prompts. They execute complete workflows from start to finish in seconds, fully grounded in your enterprise data. And crucially, they are managed with the exact same rigorous access controls and policies as your human employees.
Look at the real-world impact of this. It is striking. By integrating an AI specialist into the IT service desk, organizations are seamlessly deflecting 52% of inbound work entirely autonomously. That is over half the workload lifted straight off the human team's plate. The AI handles the mundane, repetitive tasks, radically reducing the backlog and freeing up human teams to focus on complex, high-value problems that actually require human empathy and ingenuity. A massive, real-world enterprise example of this is FedEx. They apply this exact strategy to help orchestrate a global network that moves 18 million packages a single day. For FedEx, trust is literally their brand. So as they scale these digital teams, they rely on a very deliberate strategy. Deep clarity of workflows end-to-end, absolute non-negotiable data integrity, and strict orchestration and governance. They make sure their digital workforce operates under the exact same trust parameters and rigor as their human team members all over the world.
Finally, let's look at Section 6, securing the agentic business.
Now, building this digital team is one thing, but securing their operating environment, that's another beast entirely. Nvidia's CEO Jensen Huang highlights a brilliantly simple approach to this, treating AI agents like human employees by putting them into a secure cocoon or sandbox first. Inside the secure, isolated environment, you inject your enterprise policy. Then you grant identity and network access controls based specifically on their role. Only then does the agent execute safely. It's a highly structured, safe pathway to realizing the power of agentic AI without risking the whole enterprise.
And that leads us to the true underlying purpose of all this governance and security. As Jensen Huang so brilliantly points out, AI isn't just about reducing headcount or trimming operational costs. He says, I think you should think productivity and therefore ambition elevation. Go after more. The board's true mandate here is to utilize these secure, fully governed AI agents to empower employees, radically elevate the expectations of what your company can achieve, and go after ambitions you previously couldn't even imagine tackling.
So that brings us to the end of our briefing today. We've seen that the transition from simple, passive AI chat tools to a fully autonomous, acting digital workforce isn't just a possibility, it's inevitable. But without a unified control tower to govern, secure, and measure this workforce, you're risking complete AI chaos. So I'll leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on for your own boardroom strategy. As you look at your enterprise architecture today, are you truly ready to safely govern and scale your autonomous digital workforce? Or is your business still operating with a massive AI blind spot hiding right in plain sight?